Hey guys, welcome to Top 5 Niches of the Week, the original print-on-demand niches show. This is episode 228, and I've got 5 print-on-demand niches for you to target coming up, trending in the month of October. Dare I say some of them might be a little overlooked. I also have one of my favorite niches of October. I'm going to show you an example of a niche that pretty much always, sells multiple products to a single customer or in a single order, including, I've done up to 20 sales in a single order in this specific niche. So there is a lot of money to be made. Let's get to it. We'll get things kicked off with a quick Amazon merch sales update. So since the last video, in the last 7 days, I made 363 sales, bringing in $1,133 of royalties on the US market and about another maybe $250 of royalties on the international market. It's probably like $200 after conversion rates. If you want to follow me on Instagram, linked in the description, you can keep up to date with my daily sales for motivation. All right, let's check out the top 10. This is not curated. This is just what is currently popular on Amazon merch. You can see in October, we wear pink. I told you that would be trending ahead of time, and here we are. It is. And Halloween, what do you know? Pretty much a standard October for Amazon merch, I would say. Let's move on. Niche number 1. So now we're getting into the niches that I hand pick, okay? If you missed last week's episode, I would say this week's episode, there's no overlap. So you might want to go back and watch last week's episode. I can put it in the YouTube cards right here. Niche number 1, Stop Bullying Day is October 9th, okay? Now be careful with these shirts that you see specifically behind me, because I do think there might be like at least one phrase associated that could be trademarked. So always do your trademark research. You can never skip that, right? Just because I'm a talking head on a screen on YouTube saying, hey, Stop Bullying Day is October 9th, doesn't mean that every shirt you see here behind me is always going to be safe. No one will look out for your account safety better than, well, you, right? So don't outsource that to me. But Stop Bullying Day means bullying themed shirts are going to be selling. And you notice there is a predominant color associated with the Stop Bullying shirts. It's clearly the orange shirts, okay? So take a note there as well. BSRs, though, already doing really well as expected, given that we're, days away from Stop Bullying Day, but still sales to be made. You could see BSRs 25,000, 25,000, 31,000, 33,000, like really nice BSRs, I would say, selling daily, multiple times a day. So definitely had to throw that out there. Stop Bullying Day is October 9th. Moving on, niche number 2. How about October 16th? Boss's Day. All right. Now, these shirts may not be like the best illustration of the types of shirts that will be selling for Boss's Day. My guess is like probably, I don't know, if the employees are buying a gift for the boss to celebrate their boss on Boss's Day, if I had to guess, it would probably be like more sarcastic shirts, like world's okayest boss, world's second best boss. I don't know. You know what I mean? Something that's like, hey, I was thinking of you, but also it's kind of funny. You know what I mean? That's how I would do it anyways. But Boss's Day, October 16th, presenting some opportunity that might be overlooked, dare I say. These are the types of niches that, by the way, do really well in my opinion. Like, Administrative Assistant Day. I don't know if you guys had that on your calendar, but I sold, I think, like 10 shirts to one order for Administrative Assistance Day. And that was only a few weeks ago, or was that like last week? I don't know. The days all bleed together these days. We've been so busy, like, with work, balancing work with trying to move into our new house. But it's crazy. But yeah, so those work-related niches, I just feel like always have big potential because, I don't know. I used to have a day job, and they were always good about like making people feel special. You know what I mean? It didn't have to be a holiday, but, little gifts in like the $20 to $25 price range are like perfect, right? When I first sold KDP, it was either my number 1 or number 2 bestseller, was specifically optimized to be like gifted between coworkers, right? So I'm just giving you some examples here. Niche number 3, moving on. Before we get to niche number 3, check out my free print-on-demand mini course. It's linked in the description. I roll up almost 8 years of experience into a 20 lessons over 20 days sequence that you can get for free. I just need your email address, linked in the description. And check out my print-on-demand Facebook group, free to join, and great way to collaborate with other POD sellers, linked in the description. All right, niche number 3, how about Red Ribbon Week, which is like an anti-drug movement. So you can see the first shirt says boo to drugs, cross-niching Halloween with the theme of Red Ribbon Week, no to drugs. Makes sense. Cross-niching those big calendar niches is always the best way to attack them, in my opinion. Next one says say no to drugs, say yes to unicorns. Now, you never know if a trademark was filed for that in the last year. So always check, right? I'm not saying that it is. I'm just saying that we've seen these shirts trend before. But over time, there are people who try to file trademarks. So you always have to check. Just because you saw it trending last year does not mean that it's safe this year. So again, just a quick PSA to keep your account safe and always check your trademarks. Be kind to your mind. Say boo to drugs. Say no to drugs. Say yes to math. Say no to drugs. Say yes to pizza. Right? So a lot of fun ways to attack the Red Ribbon Week. In October, we wear red. You got the red ribbon right there. Okay. And if you want to check out Creative Fabrica, of course, they have so many design resources for everything under the sun. If you use my link in the description, you can join for as low as $3.99 a month. And you bet they have red ribbons, so you can go ahead and sell Red Ribbon Week apparel. Okay. That is linked in the description. Moving on, niche number 4 this week. This is where it gets fun. If you're me, group costumes. We know it's October, right? What pops into mind? For me, it's Halloween. Okay. Halloween sells all month long. It starts to really ramp up in the middle of the month as we get close, and the slackers who still don't have a costume start buying their t-shirt costumes because they're cheap. So how about group costumes, starting with rock, paper, scissors, okay? Now, some of these are like cat themed. That's not really what I'm after when I typed in rock, paper, scissors into Podly, the research tool that I use for these videos, also linked in the description. I'm thinking more along the lines of like, you have your, pretty much all of these are bad examples, so I apologize, but you have one shirt that says rock, one shirt that says paper, one shirt that says scissors, and you sell it to 3 people that are going out to a Halloween party together. You know what I mean? Like, you'd probably want to optimize your SEO, group Halloween costumes for 3 people. I know that's like very long tail, it's very specific, but it is a perfect example of when you would like somebody who wants a group Halloween costume for 3 people. It's pretty darn good, I would say. Speaking of that, though, I have another example that I think could work for 3 people. How about tequila, salt, and lime? Okay, right? Keep it simple. Tequila, salt, lime as a nice little group costume. If I hide myself really quickly, I really like this as an example of how I would go about doing it. Also the lime one up there, you know what I mean? It doesn't need to be complicated. It's like the lime shirt's green, the tequila one could be white or yellow, or I guess it could be like brown too. I don't know. There's a lot of new colors now, so you probably have, it's whatever type of tequila you like too. It could be silver, right? Anyways, I love that as a group costume for maybe like college age kids to, young adults and Halloween parties, right? Group costume. Continuing with this trend, niche number 4, how about the condiments, right? These always do extremely well every Halloween. And you can do so many, there's different ways to attack this, but like there's a lot of condiments too. You could do like 20 different condiments, right? And this also does well on Etsy, where you can roll all of these up into a single listing and then have different SKUs for different condiments. So I love that. And last but not least, I told you about a niche that I've sold in the past where I always get multiple sales per order, it feels like. And I have sold up to 20, multiple times. I've sold 20 products in a single order, okay? It is inmates. And these designs are so simple. Like literally, this is the style right here that I did. Right there, like a pocket-sized design with a number, okay? And you could do orange. I think orange is probably the best way to do it with the black text on top. Group costumes, Halloween, prison, inmate costumes, whatever. Do your SEO research. I like to use Amazon's autocomplete for clues as to like what people type into the search bar. Then I take what they type into the search bar and I move it to my title. How hard is that, guys? Come on, don't make it harder than it needs to be. Moving on, niche number 5, Boo Sheet. All right, you've seen this before. It's usually the #1 trending Halloween themed shirt. I did want to add this as a niche because I wanted to just give my personal opinion. All right, I'm weighing in on this personally. This is an example of a niche that I don't really like to usually target. Not because it isn't selling extremely well. Of course it is. I just said #1 Halloween shirt. Boo Sheet, right? This is Boo Sheet. The #1 shirt right there. 9,900 BSR. Okay, technically under 10,000. That's really good. A 4-digit BSR. We should all strive for that. That means it's selling multiple times a day and making a good bit of money, okay? That being said, these are just like very generic, very high-level shirts that everybody who's new to print on demand says it's October. That means Halloween. That means I'm going to type in Halloween shirt. And that means the first shirt I'm going to see is Boo Sheet, right? And it pays to be a little contrarian. That's all I'm saying, right? You might see other YouTubers recommend doing this, and that's fine. I'm not going to like disagree, but like when I do my print on demand, like I don't want to rely on outlier success to be successful. You guys know I've made 6-figure profits every year since 2019. by not having outlier success, by just doing things a little bit differently, oftentimes selling in what I call like more fringe niches. And that way also when I make sales, it's a lot less likely that I show up in these research tools and people jump into my niches, you know what I mean? Or the bots feel inclined to steal my designs and repost them elsewhere. So anyways, Boo Sheet is selling extremely well. I wouldn't knock you for selling in this niche, but I like the other niches that I shared more than I like this one, just being honest. So niche number 5 though, this is Boo Sheet. By the way, 6-figure profits every year since 2019. Back in 2019, I had 2 jobs, my day job and a second job teaching. If you want to learn how I did that, my full print-on-demand course is linked in the description. Step-by-step, self-paced, covers Amazon, Etsy, eBay, Walmart, design, research, etc. Everything. And then the last module is automation. All right, emerging trends. These shirts are outperforming their 90-day average BSR. So you've got Red October. I think that's associated with Major League Baseball, so I would stay away. Always do your research. You got in October, we wear pink. You've got, for sure, some baseball shirts down here. And even a Halloween costume down there based on a movie. So definitely stay away from those. All right, looking ahead, these are smaller holidays that are often overlooked. Calendar niches, but much smaller. November 6th, National Nacho Day. November 6th, also Saxophone Day. November 7th, Men Make Dinner Day. November 8th, Dunce Day. And November 10th, World Freedom Day. And let's look at the archive. These are shirts that were selling well 11 months ago. Could be indicative of what's coming 1 month from now. What do you know? Pretty much all Thanksgiving shirts. All right, we will have plenty of time to talk about Thanksgiving shirts. And last but not least, removed designs. These were all removed in the last 2 weeks, okay? I don't know why, unless it's like the Puff Daddy in the streets, Diddy in the sheets. I can imagine why that one was removed. And I'm guessing that person was probably banned from Amazon merch, if I had to guess. Anyways, so these could be deleted by the seller or by Amazon. That's why I said I don't really know why. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. My full print-on-demand course linked in the description. Any questions, the best way to get in touch is to either comment on this video or email me, ryan@ryanhogue.com. I do read and respond to everything. I also have a private community. We go live twice a week. Twice a week. Yes, you heard that correctly. There's monthly resources shared, niche alerts. There's everything, guys. It's a great place to work directly with me, honestly. So check that out, linked in the description. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. Enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll talk soon with a new video.